2 people already. You're early, Sean. No, you're just on time. So, I haven't actually started yet. I'm going to put it back to the beginning. But welcome those that are here. Those that already know, you kind of know what we're doing. So, I'm doing a bike ride from John O'Groats to Land's End without leaving my garden, because I'm not allowed to leave my garden, according to my doctors. So I thought, why not do this? I'm doing it to raise money for NHS Charities Together and Gloucester House Addictions Rehabilitation Centre, which is a Salvation Army rehab. The screen has changed slightly now. You can now probably see in the bottom left-hand corner there's a QR code. You can actually scan that, hopefully it'll work, and that will take you to the Just Giving site, which is now up and running. Hooray, at last. It's taken us a few days to get permissions to do all of this, because it's raising money for 2 charities equally. But they've allowed us to do it, which is I'm very grateful to them. The Salvation Army guys and what have you are happy to do it that way. And it means that, especially for the Gloucester House side of it, because I work for Gloucester House, we can get the money where it needs to go in the right places, which is good. So yeah, you can scan that with your phone camera and it will take you to the Just Giving site. Or underneath, is donation spelt right? That's a very good question. Don't know. Let me know. I'll make sure it is for the next stream. You know me, Mr. Dyslexic. Can't even spell shades properly. Yeah. If the QR thing doesn't work for you, in the description below, there's a link there, which will also take you to the same Just Giving page. So, without further ado, because I'm kind of riding for the sake of nothing here, we'll go back to the beginning. And start again. And as you can see, we are starting from where we finished last night, which was the Blends. Very nice place to stay. I stay at a hotel at the end of each stage, virtually. And we're going on. I need to get the screen up. I'll leave it on this at the moment. If you bear with me. So we're going from Latheronwheel to Bannockburn Inn in Helmsdale. I have been assured by Alison, who owns the place, who is very, very friendly, very nice lady, that there will be an amazing pizza waiting for me when I get there. So I'm looking forward to that. By sheer coincidence, in the reality world, we're having pizza tonight. It's an Aldi one, so I'm not sure whether it's going to be quite as nice as Alison's. Well, definitely won't be. Judging by her accent, she is English, so I'm going to get a cross between an English and Scottish breakfast, I guess, that I'm looking forward to that in the morning as well. Looks a really nice place. So I think everything's up there and running, isn't it? Yeah, we've got all of the figures in at the top at the moment. As I say, we now have the QR thing there, and we also, underneath where it says stage 4 and what I'm riding, or underneath the numbers of that, there is also a donations counter and a miles counter. Now, apparently, on live streaming, you can't, well, I haven't found a way, that's for certain. And most people, most of the, even the big YouTubers are saying, you can't have a way of putting countdown things like dynamic ones that actually work along with it. So that is what the mileage was before I started this stream, and that is what the donations are before I started this stream. And the Just Giving page became live last night, so the fact that we have £110 is amazing. So we've had 2 donations, one from Alison, and Alison was the first to donate last time I did a bike ride, which was nice. Her generosity comes very quickly and very freely. And Kieran, if you're there, I was blown over by that donation. Thank you very, very much. That itself is going to go a long way. So, theoretically we have 3 people on. Thank you, Sean. Very grateful you're going to do that. And as far as pointing out my errors, so where have I spelt donations then? I can't see where it says. Oh, I see. Donatons. I like that. If I said that like a 6-year-old, you wouldn't think anything else about that, really, would you? Can we give a donatum, please? Yeah. Young. I'm pitching it to the youngsters. That's what it is, basically. To understand what it means. It's a big excuse for completely cocking up the spelling, basically. So how's your day been, Sean? I'm guessing that possibly one of the others, 3 people on, I think. Love you too. I haven't got the screen in full. Oh, that makes a big difference. I can see that a lot better. Have the screen narrowed down. I wonder why I could see part of the fitness program. One is possibly Ed and Anita. Sean says he'll make it up to me in his donation. No, that's not how you spell it, Sean. No, the second time. No, I just thought I'd point that out to you. I think Anita's having a little bit of trouble finding or getting chat up. So I'll maybe give her a tutorial tomorrow. Not sure who else is on. I'm quite pleased with the way the screen looks now. It's everything on. So yeah, so I'll just update the donatons and miles each time. Probably doing a little bit longer today. Just so you know, tomorrow I'm going to still try and start 5:30. Not sure about the weekend. I guess maybe you guys can let me know in the chat. For a start, Saturday and Sunday as well, I'm going to ramp the miles up a little bit. So Friday, I'll be going back down to, I can't remember how long it is, but it'll be back to sort of like the early stage miles. Mainly because I take my medication on Friday and I don't know how I'm going to feel, what kind of energy I'm going to have really. So I thought I'd do that just in case. And maybe it'll be the case that, because theoretically I guess I should be having a recovery day once a week, that I make Friday my don't do anything day and catch up with some housey kind of stuff. But Saturday and Sunday, yeah, it's going to be ramped up a little bit more, so it's going to be longer. So do you want me to start at 5:30 as normal and go longer, or would you rather during the weekend I start a bit earlier and kind of spread it out? So you can maybe start at like, I don't know, 4:30 or 5. Up to you. Not a great day, eh? Well, sad to hear that. I'm sure what you did was much needed. And hopefully much appreciated in the health service. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Joanne. JJ babe. Love you. Yes, that'd be a lovely idea. Probably by the time I finish, the coronavirus is, touch wood, going to be long gone because it's going to take me ages. Yeah, maybe not such a good idea. I'd have to wear my helmet then. Forgot about those. They're quite useful actually. Yeah, we have hanging baskets around the corner. I think. Yes, full of flowers. Thanks to Mrs. Macaroni. And we got green balls down there. Can you see the green balls? Green balls. They light up at night. Oh. I'm hoping that when I get the extra long Ethernet cable, at the moment these only just kind of reach a little bit, it'll reach the back of the patio for if I wanted to set up there, but I can't at the moment because as soon as the sun comes around that corner, I can't see anything on the screen. So I'm hoping in the next few days, while the Ethernet cable is wending its way, so we can have the computer on the grass itself, maybe just change the sort of scenery a little bit. And then I'm going to try and invent, you can't see the computer, it's in here basically, which is in the doorway of the shed. This is a little brick built shed. I can invent a box that goes over the computer so that I can actually see it, because obviously it isn't in the dark. You know, you can see the screen a lot better once the sun shines on it. I think if anybody knows that's tried to look at their phone, well, phones aren't so bad now actually, but you know, tablets and laptops and things, take them away on holiday and try to look at them when you're sunbathing, you've got no chance. It's kind of a bit like that. So I'm kind of cycling where normally the barbecue goes, which is where the barbecue's over there at the moment. I should have to move because I've got some beef burgers with my name on it, I think. For the weekend. Whatever a weekend is in quarantine world. It's just 2 days. It means Mrs. Macaroni, obviously, because Mrs. Macaroni is having to work from home. Unfortunately, I can't work from home because my job is looking after people, and they won't let me to look after people because I have a condition where I have to take kind of chemo medication, which well, it's an immunosuppressant. I think you've all been hearing about that on the news and things. So I'm at risk, so I'm not allowed out the house. Well, I'm allowed out the house, not allowed out of our grounds, our large estate. So Mrs. Macaroni's been on the computer. She has finished, I'm sure. I hope she's finished. She'll be doing overtime. She'll get paid that. So try and make a nice weekend for her. I've got all the routes planned out for the weekend. So that, because it's at the moment it seems to, I guess because I'm not used to it, it's like preparing it all day basically, and then doing it and then start the next day. So I'm trying to get where it's just where I've got a lot of it prepared and I can spend the day doing other stuff because other stuff needs doing, and just do the streaming when it comes to it. Not sure whether that will happen exactly like that. Yes, so I said we are cycling our way to Bannockburn Inn. We'll be greeted by Alison with a lovely homemade pizza. Can't wait to get there. She says I have a choice of beds, so that's very nice. Well, it's not really nice because obviously you know the reason why. That's partly why I wanted. Well, it wasn't actually when I did it to start with. I thought I just wanted to try and make it kind of a bit more real. So I'd stop and start at guest houses as you would if you were doing it that way, unless you were staying in a tent. But then it became kind of a, the fact that Sheepy's been in the hospitality business. He knows how this must suffer when there's people not around. So it's not very easy for people in those businesses at the moment. And my little site is not going to help a lot, but like all of this, it's just a case of trying to doing what you can, isn't it, at the end of the day? So I can't do a lot. So if you ever find yourself in Helmsdale, which is very nice, right by the coast, go to the Bannockburn Inn. Have a few pints, nice pizza, bed for the night, breakfast, nice hospitality. I'll have to get rubber baskets if we put them up on those hooks, just so I know if I bang my head on it, it wouldn't matter so much. So, anybody else watching want to say hello in the chat? Right, we're at about that 3 mile mark. So we're going to have guesses. Those of you who don't know, we try and guess how far this stage is going to be. I won't be guessing because I kind of know. And to help you guess, as you can see where you've got the figure, the time that we've been riding at the moment, next to that figure is the distance, which is 3.1 miles at the moment. So I'll give you till 3.3 miles to guess. And to help you out as well, if you look at the bottom of the screen, there's a white squiggly line, which is actually the elevation, which looks quite intense tonight. And going along that white squiggly line is a red line sticking up, not the one that's the road, the one just to the left of that. That's how far I've gone at the moment. So the beginning of the line on the left hand side is the start of where we've come from, and the white squiggly line, the end on the right, is the end on the right, down there. That's where we'll finish. So you have to try and guess, by looking at how far we've gone and how far we've got left to do, how far you think we're going to travel. Answers not on a postcard, answers in chat. Thank you. Well, if you can't get chat, let Mrs. Macaroni know and she'll come and tell me. That's nice. Oh, you got it on TV, Joe. I'm on telly. And now for something completely different. I'm going to get more than 15 minutes of fame as well. Although, I'm not sure being watched by people that already know you is classed as being famous. Oh, it's just because I saw your chat, Joe. I must have missed it. Apologies. She says we're both watching. That's Jojo and Sheep. Sean, Sheep. We've got it up on the telly. Anita and Ed watch on the telly, but they haven't worked out how to do the chat. So, I haven't seen Dee come on yet. She could be, because from what I can see, there's 4 people on, and I'm only talking to 2, so she could be one of the 4. She could be hiding. I wonder what that was. It's a flapping seagull. Wasn't a dog this time, Sean. Not being chased at the moment. Oh. Looks a long way, whatever it is. I haven't seen any guesses yet. You've got a good chance of winning, you two. One of you will be the right one, because it's nearest too. Put an image in my head, Sean. So, Sheep and Babe, you're watching on telly. For Anita's sake, you're watching on telly, you're chatting. How are you doing it? Right. Ed has come through to say 14 miles. Joe's 12.6. Sean's 13.4. Oh, difference between the two of you. Who's more confident? And Nick's there. 13.5. You have to write it down, I forget. Give me a sleep. So I'm talking to Mrs. Macaroni. She's given me a telephone guess. What is it? 14. Oh. I'm going to try and... Oh, can I text and to chat and... I'm going to put it in for them. Thank you. There's no prize, unfortunately, but most of us play a sport anyway. So we put bugger and loads of hours and sweat and toil in for bugger all, so I enjoy every minute of it, so hopefully it'll be the same for that. That's how I would do it, yeah. So you're watching through a smart TV, theoretically, smart TV does the same thing. Watch through the telly and then use your phone's YouTube app on your phone. So you're doing it so you don't turn it around so you've got a full screen picture, do you? You have it so you have the small screen at the top on your phone, and then that brings up the chat at the bottom. And you click on the little bar that says chat publicly as your name. Click on that. I find I've got to click on it twice, and then your little keyboard comes up and you can chat away. Anyway, back from that. Good evening, Nick. How are you? And as she should say, I've had contact. Good evening, Ed and Anita. So as I said, Alison at the Bannockburn Inn is cooking me pizza tonight, and I'm having real pizza, chips, onion rings, salad. Better have some salad. I'm an athlete now, aren't I? Gotta eat properly. Um, it's pepperoni. Pepper's a vegetable, isn't it? So it's got tomato base, vegetable, loads. Yeah, got sidetracked then. So that's what I'm having for tea. What's everybody else having for tea? Or had even. Although I would imagine Joe and Sean have probably just got in. How's your crazy day been, Nick? I wanted to get on dark and light, but this thing is keeping me over busy at the moment. It's taking far too long to get organised, but I think I'm nearly there now. Might have a little play on this evening. Got to go and give the neighbours a clap, haven't I, first of all, though. So, yeah, so while Linda's watching her favourite programmes, I go into gaming world and fly around on a mystical dragon. Chinese chicken curry. Sounds like a song. They're naked ladies, isn't it? Yeah, it's Chinese chicken. Oh, I wish. It's been on dark and light. I will get back on. I'm going to have a bit tomorrow where I'm not exactly feeling great. That's usually when I have a little go on my game, so I might do that. It's Friday tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. Is that takeaway curry or shop curry? Oh, I know how long this is. 5.5 miles does not look good at the moment. I have to take a minute or two's rest about halfway through on this session. and I'm riding normally, I'd usually take a break every 5 or 10 miles, depending on hills and things like that. It seems weird doing it when you're doing this because you're going nowhere anyway, but I think especially when I get on doing longer stints, I'm going to have to make myself maybe take a break. My worry is because when you stop, sensors can turn off, so I'll have to kind of like have a break where I flick the pedals round every now and again. Making it from scratch. Oh, what makes it Chinese? I like Chinese curries. I could make like a curry, just a curry that's a curry. And I can definitely make West Indian curries because that's one of the things I love making, West Indian food. I don't think I've ever made a Chinese curry. Eaten enough. Struggled at 5 miles last time, didn't I? This looks very unappetizing. That does not look nice, does it? Probably making some horrible noises. Deanne! Shepherd's pie. Whoa. We had the sausage bake that I did last night. I'd done the night before. That was quite nice. Added a few extras to it. Padded it out for another meal. My cycling shorts arrived today, but I'm not going to wear them. Not. When we get a few more miles down the road, and some of the bowling muscle's gone, then I may don the cycle shirts and shorts. Although these are cycle shorts, mountain bike shorts. I am on a mountain bike, so it makes sense. Don't feel quite ready for the cycle shirt yet. To buy an orange cycle shirt for my birthday, I think. Treat yourself. Well, I've got orange cycle shorts coming. Orange cycle socks. I'm having to alternate. I've only got 2 pairs of cycle socks at the moment. Need a few more. So enough, so they've only got to do the washing once a week. That's what you want, really, isn't it? That big hill or dip in the middle looks quite fun. Well, the downhill bit of it looks quite fun. That's a very Wiltshire saying, isn't it? Hiya, lovely. Oh, you're lovely. All right, my lover. I can speak Wiltshire now. Been here long enough. Tractor. You're all having homemade. Well, I did sort of homemade yesterday, so I'm the odd one out. Pizza and oven chips. I might zhuzh it up a bit though, the pizza. Add a few bits and pieces. Oh yeah, that reminds me. We need to start our German salami, so chuck a few of them on would be nice. A bit of extra cheese. A few bits of Tommy's. No pineapple. Although I don't mind pineapple on pizza. Just not on the pizza I'm having tonight. Ooh, a bit of onion would be nice on it, wouldn't it? Get a guess in, Denise. I keep saying that. I wish Denise had come on, because then if Denise is on and Deanne's on, and it wouldn't matter who I was talking to then. Yeah. They've had their mileage guess. You're a bit late, but we'll let you have one. $15.2. Cool. Everybody's guess. I think that's everybody. What I'm hoping is that I come across one of those magical cafes again. Drive-through cups of tea. Yeah, as I was saying, I got a new batch in. We've gone down to 4 people again now. The Just Giving site has been allowed to become active. In the bottom left hand corner there's a QR, is it a QR, isn't it? A QR scan that you can stick your phone camera on and it will take you to the page, or you can go down to the description at the bottom of any of the videos, and I think the first thing that comes up on the description is a link to the Just Giving page. Click on that and that'll take you there. Yeah, and then go on the page, have a look. I've written a bit of blurb, probably spelt donation wrong, probably spelt a lot wrong in it actually. She'll be watching EastEnders, she won't be watching me. The wheel wants to soft balance. I need to get Pete down the road, balance my front wheel, it keeps going over that way. So, I think I'm going to stop for about a couple of minutes at 9 miles. Because I'm hurting. So I'm going to do it realistically and get to just the top of that big climb. You think? Just kind of like, where is it? About there, isn't it? That dip. I want to get to the top of it. Yeah. Well, yeah, so because of the way the resistance works on this, you don't get any benefits for the downhills. It's one of the hardest downhills I've ever done, I think. But a little bit of benefit from the uphills. And the harder I push, the harder I try and get there, the harder it gets. Hard, hard, hard. Sat in the house, not working. It can't be that hard, can it? Wish I was. But that's the way it is. If I can do this, makes me feel good. Get to chat to my mates. Hopefully as it goes on, we make new mates. Find some new friends. If you're in the Highworth area, might even encourage him to play bowls, can't feel anything. Although that's not really good. Don't know whether somebody told her, but I think, oh, look at that windy bit on the road. Hairpin bend. Got round that a bit sharpish. Whoa, around the corner. Sharp bend. Now we've got the climb. over the river, double river. And turn off the hydraulics, force of habit. Turn off the suspension when you're climbing. More efficient. Get the spring on it then. Get back on and get the spring. But yeah, you do not want front suspension on when you're climbing. Lots of wasted energy, although obviously in this case it's not. Well, I got the seat suspension, which is kind of it's a little bit annoying because obviously you don't need it when you're riding along. It does go up and down a little bit. Oh, it goes up and down a lot when you do that. I'll ride until the tea arrives. Sorry, until I arrive at the cup of tea. Obviously I'm riding, so I've got to get there. I might not talk for a little bit until I stop. Talk among yourselves for a minute, please. Thank you. Oh, and we're just approaching this magical cafe. Hello, Mrs. Cafe Lady. Oh, exactly how I like it, I think. Thank you very much. It's hot, apparently. I say, never ever put a cup of tea on a laptop.
Joe's asked if we wanted to take part in a quiz on Zoom.
Tonight. Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah. I don't know. Do you like Joe and Sean? I'm not sure. I don't really like being around them or anything, you know. So, what do you think?
I don't know about our eats thing.
Yeah, we could do. So, having a discussion about people on the stream. Not a bad idea. I've got zoomed up, so yeah. I think that's possibly a yes once I've recovered a bit. Oh, it's so nice to get off for a minute. Putting the program on just to make sure that I don't lose contact from the sensors. Probably do a few feet doing this, couldn't I? Oh, I did move as well. I'm running alongside the bike, okay, honest. Oh. No, don't want to do that one. Put it in a lower gear. I can't be bothered. Right. That's a long enough rest, isn't it? Now trying to ask me to do several things on the phone and the computer at the same time, Joe, but listen, that's it. I'm not that clever. If I click on that, the YouTube will pause. It'll be mayhem. But I guess you've sent whatever you said on there to Mrs. Macaroni. Don't forget, if you're inviting us into a quiz, how absolutely amazing I am at quizzes. Fountain of knowledge. Just for those who don't know, I'm rubbish at quizzes. My bike's moved. That's better. Right, let's get away again. Go back onto page. I'll finish my cup of tea as I go along. The cafe owner is running alongside me at the moment, holding my cup of tea for me, just in case you wanted to know. Thank you. Doing a great job. Oh, what about doing it tomorrow night? And we can all do it. Or is it already arranged? I better be finished in time for the clap. I think I will. Pretty certain I will. A big sunspot right where my face is. Apologies for that. I should have put the Polaroid filter on. I'm sure it will shift. try the Polaroid filter actually tomorrow, because obviously the only way I can do this is, which is a big no-no camera wise, having the camera facing directly into the sun. Although it's a pretty nifty camera. I like it anyway. It's wired up to my DSLR camera. It's the way to do it if you're streaming. Get a much better picture. Well, I don't think I'm doing anything Sunday evening. I'm kind of good any evening, whatever evening everybody wants to do it. Oh. Oh yes, Diane. Because you weren't here and we're talking about it. You can probably see by the top, we're off to Bannockburn Inn in Helmsdale. And I'm going to be meeting with Alison, who's sounds a very nice person. She's promised me that she's going to make me a very nice pizza when we arrive there. And I'm hoping a very nice breakfast when we leave. People sound very friendly up there. I haven't been quite, well actually I have been fairly high up there. I spent a bit of time in Scotland on the east coast, and I would go and live there. Beautiful place, lovely people, lots of space, clean air, lovely. The Sunday Quiz Show. I'm wondering if I move the camera a little bit, do you think I'll get rid of that spot? Should I do that? Folks, I'm moving the camera a bit to get rid of that annoying greenish spot. We'll see if I can get rid of it. Or don't you really care? Hide my face if I go like that. Ta-da. There we go. Can't see me. Ooh. I think when I do the longer stints at the weekend, I apologise now, but I think there'll be a few more little stints in it where I'm just not saying a lot. What, me not saying a lot's good for us or the quiz night? Yeah, it could be good for me. Oh. So on that note, because I'm going to be doing a longer cycle, do we want to start the stream earlier? To 4:30? And obviously, I'm not expecting on the long ones everybody to watch all of it or anything, or any of it at the end of the day. It's your time. I know that there will be days when I'm cycling and there'll be nobody on, and that's fine. I don't want you to feel pressured into having to watch me. I know you're there all supporting, so that's all that matters. Oh, what did somebody post on there? Somebody tried to chat something there. YouTube doesn't like the looks of it. Or the chat bots don't like anyway. Okay. Earlier. What was that? Earlier than I said. Name some times, guys, that you want me to start. Seeing as it's going to take. What's this one taken? An hour. It's probably going to take me a good 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. Between 2 and 3 hours. 2. 2 o'clock. 2:30. Suggestions, please. Just having a bit of a recovery ride. Two it is then. Okay, I'll do that Saturday and Sunday. 2 o'clock start, and then back to the norm on Monday. Although I'm thinking on Monday it will be not as long because I'll be having a little recovery ride after doing the longer stints. And just because that's how that section worked out for me. Then I think I'll go back to a longer one. So I may start at like 5. I'm not expecting people to join in always then. But it'll probably, because it'll still go on, roughly till about the same length of time. And I'd like to finish early some of the evenings anyway, just to get a bit of time. So if it's going to be a long one, I may be starting. Obviously, I know people are going to be at work and they're going to miss some of it. But I certainly have it at a time where at least people, if they want to come and watch it when they finish work, I'll still be riding at that time. But yeah, 2 o'clock Saturday, 2 o'clock Sunday. Normal time tomorrow because it's going to be a short one, because I would have had my injection in the morning and I don't know quite how recovered from it I'll be by the evening. I need to change my glasses. Glasses are not designed for cycling. Sweat keeps running down them. It's very nice, isn't it? Yeah. Would have been wearing these for bowls. My new prescription. Well, these are the cycling ones. The bowls ones are under wraps. Right, let's get this going and get it underway and done. Let's get up this big hill. Highest point of the ride we're heading towards. Wonder what joys we'll find there. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to move this cup just in case it falls off. One of my favourite cups, I don't want to lose it. It's an excuse to have another 5-second break. Oh. I'm putting a big map on there. Oh, that's a big cog. So, see what joys we're going to find at the top of this hill. I'm looking forward to doing it for real one day. It has to happen. I'm going to tow Linda along behind me in a little cart. I'll get one of those things where little kids go in, you know, that they tow behind. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Get Tom involved and get Linda and Rachel in the back there. All right, Linda.
Really?
Oh, she's listening. Caught out on camera. Yeah, like Joe was saying, the things have been lifted, and even if they're not, we'll probably do the very last leg outside the front of the house. So we have a garden at the front as well. Well, we call the front the back. case anybody wants to give me a welcome home. Except I won't be home. Well, I will be home, but I'll be in Land's End. We'll have thoughts. Depends on how it goes and how quickly it goes. Because I suppose in a way you don't want it ending too quickly. But I might have some little offshoot during the campaign where I do the Northern and Southern Islands as well. You can probably do one of those in a day. Even Isle of Wight you could do in a day. And all the others I think are smaller than that. So it'd be nice to be able to sort of, having done the whole as far as you can go. Obviously not cycling across the water. I'll give the water a miss because my bike could be on a ferry. Ah. Give a towel. I've already got stuff on my backpack. I've already got drink on my backpack as well. Sorry. Not saying sorry. Nearly at the top. Can't see any landmarks. There's something coming up there. Just coming into the view above the grey bit. Helmsdale Bruche. Monument to Somersault. Helmsdale Bruche. Anybody shed any light on what that is? Ousdalebrosh, I think. Very near the top of this hill. Should be looking out. Must be some kind of castle or something, I would have thought. Judging by the lay of the land, it's where you'd want to put a castle. Oh. We've almost gone past most people's guesses. Don't blame you, Joe. Don't feel guilty. I'll let you eat in peace, maybe, because I can't. Need to speak about it, I don't. I'm looking forward to mine. Decent obstacles. Oop. Scared the crap out of me. Pizza with Alison. Yes. I don't know if you're watching Alison. Looking forward to it. As I said, maybe, I don't know if I had any more. Had 2 donations today from Alison, another from Kieran. Kieran blew me away. So I want to thank both of them for their amazing generosity. Thank you very much. Pardon me. Don't tell me I've still got 6 miles to go. Now, the chips and onion rings, that's my real pizza. What Alison's going to make me, hopefully, is a homemade pizza. Sounds like they've got quite a reputation for them. So I'm looking forward to that. And a good Scottish breakfast in the morning. Sounded a lovely lady, Dee. She'd fit in well with us lovely people. I still want to see that finishing flag. Willing it to appear at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Dee, I'm trying to, where I can, ring up the B&Bs and hotels. I am virtually stopping. I don't know, just say hello to them, give them a bit of support. Because obviously most hospitality places are really struggling at the moment as well. So it's nice to, so far, the two that I've got in contact with, been really friendly, really nice to talk to. Had a nice little laugh with Alison. She's only got a nice choice of beds, so they can laugh in adversity. Hope they make it through. I'm probably not going to let up the pace for obvious reasons, so I won't be saying a lot till quite near the end. So I won't let up the pace. I won't if my legs don't allow me to keep. My legs do. I'll shut up. Done. Apologies for that weirdness. Got the defibs ready, D. You can see. Yeah, it's hilarious. Oh, funny little kink. Ah, you can't see it because it's behind the donate barcode, but it's appearing in a sec. Oh, pardon me again. Ah. Got to go down again. Sorry. Admit defeat. I'm fifth in the big dog. Go down to fourth. We'll get there. Just a little recovery. I'm back on it. That's what I need, Sean. A familiar Sean G up. Had a few of those over the years. Right, let's get up the gear. Can't see anything up my eyes, I'm full of sweat. Let's go. Well, there's a few B&Bs and hotels, but we're staying at the best one. Let's get the heart rate pumping a bit. Oh, past my max. Well, and I've got the hard ones to come at the weekend. That was a good workout. A bit more than the leisurely 10 miles. Thank you, guys, for supporting me through this. We got there. Time for Alison's pizza. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Love you. Peace out. Stay safe.